if it goes late enough, this morph gets farmed enough, he doesn't really care about Medusa, Ember, Jakiro, none of these heroes at all if he gets to that 5-6 slot timing. So can they get there versus a Parivision, one of the best aggressive teams in the game?
And they played that that game against Falcons, or that series against Falcons, that ended up being pretty fast. They outpaced Falcons. Those games were done 25 minutes each. And Falcons really didn't have any answers to how quickly Parivision was playing. And this
he does have one more dagger. Let's see if White can sidestep it. He cannot. Down the river, who's faster? And we'll get it. Almost level 2, which also leaves DM alone, so he's going to be getting some of that solo XP.
I wasn't expecting much movement from them with a Morphling that wants to get a couple of items and farm.
Sanking as well. It needs Tiny paired up with 2 supports, but also mid laner on the other side. When he's paired up with 2 supports, he does have so much kill threat. Very easy setup as well.
He's been doing whatever he wants. He's working on that first Mithril Hammer. When he gets that Deso, he should be able to do whatever he wants. Ducalis, by the way, he's going to be caught and killed. 3 heroes here to make sure they get something out of it. Battle Fury BKB SNY at like 18 minutes from him or something at Playground?
I think it was. Maybe even 16. Like, this guy can really fast.
Satanic in some trouble, though.
Or is he?
Path on 3. Macro Pyre's down. Satanic standing his ground, but he is going to die to the epicenter. They get the kill on a planet. They lose nothing to say. Bach going to try and TP out. They do not have Searing Chains. It's a 2-for-1. They do get a big kill. And the towers just fall. You have Liquid Fire, Meteor Hammer.
You don't even have to bring TA to this fight.
Not really. Ice Path gonna land here on Planet. They'll toss Ducalis closer to Planet, who won't leave off the slight. But the toss over, and no one's able to get into the Shrine. They get the kill into Ducalis, though, but with that, no one takes the Shrine. They get the kill in a 9 class. That's 2 heroes dead on the side of Parivision.
Very nice.
An okay fight from Tidebound. It's an easy shard for 9 class, and he'll have access to that spotlight. But Tidebound put the spotlight on him. The Tame the Beast will land. They go to the Wheel of Wonder, toss up into the air, and 9 class is dead. But no one wants to respond. Nothing to say in some trouble. Burrow Strike epicenter. Avalanche is there too. You need a little extra control. The Illuminate comes through. Burrow Strike again. Can they get this kill into no one? They can. So it's 2 heroes down on the side of Parivision. They go to the Stone Gaze from DM. The Ice Path lands on a Bach. He needs an escape route, but the Meteor Hammer lands and the Meld Strike is there. Satanic gets the kill on a Bach. They'll look for more. Gorgon's Grass locks down Shiro for a second, but the Avalanche, they get the kill on a Satanic, and all of a sudden, Tidebound, well, they're turning the tides. Ducalis, he's going to stand forward and probably be a deterrent for them to move forward.
Another toss back.
But instead, they go for 9 class. Avalanche under the tier 1 tower. Tame the Beast for a short fear. Illuminate, Icarus Dive, Supernova, Escape Act coming through from 9 class, but he is dead for the 2nd time this fight as Tidebound.
What a fight from them.
Very good fight.
Yeah, they go up. They have the lead, then they throw a game a little bit, make it more interesting, and then they, again, pull it back. Meteor Hammer in the mid lane.
Finishing that.
Very long.
Ooh, Satanic.
Find one.
And Planet might be next. Ice Path connects, and Satanic walks forward. Paleman Arts connects there too, but unneeded as Satanic gets a double kill.
Sanky Tiny, because they're going to go in, and this is also pre-BKBs. They're building tankiness, they're building status resistance on Ember Spirit, which I think is the correct choice, so that he doesn't die, so that he can get his spells off. Planet, he's in front. I think he got scouted by no one, and no one wants to jump in.
Avalanche, and they've got nothing to say, in some trouble with pop the BKB. DM, though, with the Stone Gaze. They get the kill and nothing to say, and all of a sudden, Shiro never has a chance to really survive. He's dead, too. You lose your carry in your mid, and Satanic knows he can just go for broke. Gets the kill onto Y, looks over for Baku, will Burrow Strike away.
Escape Act, Glad Cape on top of it. Let's see if they can find something here, Bach.
Burrow Strike getting to clear the creep wave, and the wave's not worth it when you're gonna die right after. Hold the high ground as well as a sniper can. Smoke breaks, DM nearby. Glayton, you're on to Innocence. Gorgon's Grasp as well as the Meteor Hammer. And a Spotlight down. But for now, Y is okay. Planet might not be so fortunate. He'll try to TP out, but eventually they've got the control and the damage to get the kill. Satanic puts himself on a mega kill streak. Nothing to say, needs to leave. Stone Gaze even committed here.
Cool down.
got the Gleipnir to get the extra control, the Hex from DM, and the damage from Satanic. They've got two, and two heroes that do not have buyback. But the game is not over until the throne falls. They're gonna go Remnant forward, looking for nothing to say. They've got the Searing Chains, the Hex comes from DM onto the Tiny. They've got a Will-O-Wisp down for some protection. But DM looking for the Meteor Hammer, Avalanche, Burrow Strike, Ice Path. Now the Macropire upgraded with the Zags. They get the kill in a bot. They'll look towards the rest. Planet Y, they're both dead. Shiro trying to run away, but GG is called. And this should be a full team wipe before the throne explodes and Parivision do take game number 1.
Not the most exciting game in terms of like how they closed it out with meteor hammers and everything. It got the job done. It does feel like this game has been over ever since like 15 minutes when they took the Tormentor. Yeah. One mistake from Parivision did delay the game, I would say, for good maybe 10, even 15-ish minutes, but they took it slowly.
Just picking good fighting heroes that aren't so strong in the lane. I don't know, I just feel like if Tidebound just copied one of their drafts from Xtreme, this could easily be a very different game, but I think they just got in their heads a little bit too much.
And to this Terrorblade Illusion army, you're just dead. So they're going to try to address some of the problems here. It looks like Bristol will go mid here, and they're going to throw...
Early Metamorphosis used, of course, and you can get some CS out of that when one in the Reflection, one in the Metamorphosis for the time being. This lane could do a lot of damage here for both sides. They use that Reflection, they look for Tame the Beast, and Bach's gonna drop for first blood to Satanic.
This is not a BM pause by any means. No one seems like he wants to be able to get to reconnect because he ran away. And this is Gyrocopter that didn't really have much move speed, just a casual brown boots for now. We've seen this in game 1 where Parivision is playing very aggressive. Dagger's gonna hit.
Bach's in trouble. And one more shot as no one gets the kill. Now looking over and nothing to say. He is level 6. Tame the Beast not going to connect.
5 seconds. They're going to steal it. Shiro's also coming on the other side. They want to battle them out. DM, they need to fall back. They can't really take this fight.
I was going to say, he might have been able to steal it with the Flame Break right there, but Shiro stayed in the circle, and then he's able to get the kill and get the Shrine.
No blade available.
Wants that epicenter, and they're gonna have the extra lockdown. They have the vortex. You run back, you're into a wheel of wonder, and it's an easy kill for Parivision putting it together. And this is something I kind of wanted to talk about before that fight happens.
I'm looking at the mid lane as well. They are digging water runes, 2 trusty shovels, actually 3 trusty shovels. Their way of trolling the fight, which is really, I think it's a must-have item. I would also maybe even love to see somebody else try to pick it up.
9 class started the TP, realized he was not going to have enough time.
Because you don't build as your first item. There's an item in between. On Morphling, it is Vlad's. On TV, it is Falcon's Blade. And there it is, 36 seconds faster.
They'll go for Satanic, but DM's in. Burrow Strike, they recall Gyro into this epicenter. That is a huge problem. Planet and Shiro are both dead. Innocence falls. Nothing to say is gone. 4 heroes dead on the side of Tidebound.
Oof, what a disastrous fight for them. Again, it comes down to them not having anything to start the fight with, and they're not done.
Oh, they've got the lasso. Pit of Malice, but
team wipe.
That is a full wipe.
The game.
For some.
No, that's the official state of Pluto right now. Because he was a planet, he was one of the big guys, one of 9. And then he wasn't, and then we're like, we feel bad for Pluto.
They go with Planet again, and well, without Planet, they're gonna lose Y. Nothing to say. 3 heroes gone again.
Pit of Malice is also maxed out, so they have combination.
There it is. Finally, the combination. Is it gonna be enough? Splitter, a lot of damage. No one's dead. All right, Box got a kill. And just like that, put it on the board. Because Tidebound's, they've got another one.
It's been what, like 15 minutes since they got a kill?
It's been a while.
Playing around Vision. Y wanted to go for a D ward, but makes it very difficult. Let's see how Storm Spirit is going to approach this problem. Immediately queues up a BKB.
Take one objective, go to the next. Get an Aegis, push the high ground.
DM, he's cutting them out. Maybe they can get a kill here. Another
Scout.
Malice is going to connect.
Oh, gosh. Earth Splitter took a big chunk of damage.
That's a good amount of XP and gold.
Oh, yeah. Give up a bit of gold. You know you're up by a lot. You give up one life. When you're back up, you've got an Aegis to push with. There is also another Shrine and another hero foolishly coming to try and grab this experience. So they get the kill and nothing to say, and Bach comes in with that ult. But they've got the escape back. Nowhere for 9 class to go at the moment. Flame Break's pushing both Bach and Y away. They get the kill into the Underworld. They'll bring in Shiro. That's a bit of an issue, though, because they don't have a lot to play with, and now no one doesn't have a lot of mana.
What Bristle does,
Yeah.
like he starts to scale once he gets to his SNY, has charge
Shiro.
more about soaking up the damage.
It's got
Gonna bait a BKB.
Can they get a hit on the Shiro? And Malice is down. 9 class with the blink. They've got the lasso. There's the Wheel of Wonder. They get the kill to Shiro. They're going to look over at Bach. Nothing to say. He's trying to run. They've got the Will-Wisp there, but with the BKBs pop, they'll have the extra control. And the wherewithal to go and get Y. Burrow Strike lands on it. Nothing to say. 4 heroes dead again on the side of Tidebound.
They're gonna be ready to go for the high ground. 24 score. Let's see. Do or die for Tidebound. Bristleback.
It is too late. Impalement Arts. And they're going to go. They'll find themselves Planet. That's falling on the back lines. Y is dead. Planet's gone, but they didn't get Nicalis. Bach, though, falls in the grave afterwards. They have the lasso. It's on. Nothing to say. We'll pop that Glimmer Cape. Shiro trying to work with the BKB, but the timing
Aegis
just does not last long enough. And eventually, the Burrow Strike, the epicenter, it's all there. And they're going to look for Nothing to Say, too. Epicenter did some work. Aegis expires, so the ball lightning. They'll call GG instead, and Parivision will lock up the 2-0 over Tidebound.
What a clean game. What a clean series from Parivision. They kind of have better number. It also comes down to them. I would say that this was a massive outdraft in both of the games where they were unable to play aggressive at all. Very, very difficult game from Tidebound where they were unable to make any kind of moves on the map.
It doesn't sound too exciting, unfortunately, but it's just, yeah, I just don't think Tidebound really understood why Parivision is such a strong team.
I mean, it's reminiscent of 2024 Falcons for me, kind of watching this Parivision.
Yeah, sure.
I think they do similar things, maybe better. And like you say, they have an understanding of where the meta is right now.